Today I'm going to be talking about 10 cars that Rockstar should add in the Grand Theft Auto Online Nightlife or Nightclub DLC. So I saw this post on the Grand Theft Auto 5 Reddit by Arrow06, who put together a list of 10 vehicles that would be awesome for the Nightlife update. And we're going to be taking a look at those vehicles today. Now, as always, I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. What other vehicles do you think we should add? And at the end, I'll be putting in sort of my own that I think should be added to this list as well. But anyways, let's not waste any more time and let's get it started. The first vehicle on the list today is the Anis ZR350. So this vehicle would be really cool if it was available in a coupe option and convertible version. It's an obscure Japanese classic, now has a die-hard following in racing enthusiasts, despite certain stigmas about it. And this car would probably be based off of the Mazda RX-7 and the Mazda MX-5 Miata. I'm getting a lot of tuners and outlaws vibe with this, and I know you guys sort of like vehicles like that as well. So I think that one would be pretty awesome, especially if we got sort of that underground racing vibe to go along with this update. The second vehicle today, that is going to be the Charon Mx S. Now, I should say that this user, Arrow06, has gone about developing his own lore-friendly names for all these vehicles, which I think is quite cool. So the Charon Mx S is a 90s JDM legend, the poor man's Grotti, currently flooding the used markets of Los Santos thanks to their aging original owner's hip growing too weak to crawl in and out of the low-slung cockpit. So this vehicle, as you guys can see right here, is based on the Acura NSX. And this is a really cool looking car. I think we had a very similar version to this in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Either way, our first two vehicles are sort of giving us that JDM tuners and outlaws vibe that I know a lot of you guys really like. So that'd be another great vehicle right there. Vehicle number 3, the Emperor Trident Gt. So a grand touring supercar with exotic styling cues and product placements in every action blockbuster this summer. So the Emperor Trident GT is based off of the Lexus LC500 and the Aston Martin DB11. Sort of a combination between those two. And that would be awesome. We don't see a ton of Emperor cars in the game. In fact, I think the last Emperor vehicle they added was the one that came out in Cunning Stunts. So that was over 2 summers ago, back in 2016. So that right there should tell you just how far dated it's been since we've seen a vehicle like that. Either way, that vehicle would be awesome. I've personally seen the LC500 and the DB11 in real life, and they are magnificently beautiful cars. So seeing Rockstar sort of create their own version would be super cool as well. After that, we've got the Charon Fbr Custom, which is a highly customizable JDM sports car for the modern age and current record holder for highest insurance premiums from Moores Mutual. Now, this vehicle is based off of the Subaru BRZ and the Scion FRS. Now, every time I see these cars on the street in real life, I always think they're the coolest vehicles. They always have, really unique customization. They sound really nice. They look like fun little sports cars. And that's exactly what this would be like. So I think that would be an awesome addition to the game. Again, going with sort of the nightlife theme, you guys are seeing we're getting a lot of sports cars, a lot of JDM, a lot of tuners and outlaws, stuff that would go along with the nightclubs really, really well. So that right there is the Charon Fbr Custom. Our fifth vehicle today is the Bravado Dtf. Now, I'm not going to tell you guys what DTF means. I'm sure you can figure it out or use Google, but again, be careful doing that. It is a hemispherical fuel-burning classic. Once they dominated drag strips, now they dominate car collections of meticulous baby boomers. This vehicle would be based on the Dodge Challenger and the Plymouth GTX. And I like this idea. I like the idea of some of the muscle cars we've had in the game forever getting sort of a revamp and an upgrade. I think that would be incredible. So there's actually a handful of cars that I think would be awesome for this. And we have seen Rockstar start to do that a little bit more. I mean, just take a look at the Dominator GTX. It's just a newer version of the Dominator. So it'd be pretty cool if Rockstar did that with a couple of the other muscle and maybe sports classic cars that we have in the game. Vehicle number 6 today, I think you guys are going to like this one, the Bravado Gauntlet Hellhound. So it's a 2.5-ton, 800 horsepower celebration of American excess. It'll take a specialized lift just to change the tires, which you'll need after putting down 10-second quarter miles all day. This is based off of the Dodge Challenger Hellcat. And I gotta say, this would be an awesome upgrade to the Bravado Gauntlet, as I was talking about earlier. Imagine if that became like the fastest vehicle in the game, or one of the fastest muscle cars in the game. I know the Dodge Challenger Hellcat in real life can like keep up with almost like every single supercar. Like, it is that fast. It's crazy what Dodge has done to that vehicle. So that would be ultra impressive. Vehicle number 7 today is the Coil Vapor. And I'm sure you guys know what this is based off, a prototype supercar for the future, literally. It's not available to the public yet, but you can still get the early access version for a hefty fee if you're that much of a fanboy. This is based off of the new Tesla Roadster concept, or Elon Musk Tesla Roadster 2.0, that's going to be coming out in 2020. So I've stated that Rockstar's affliction and absolute love for Tesla cars means we're probably going to get some new ones into the game soon. So it would not shock me if Elon Musk's popular Roadster 2020 is the next one they decide to add into the game. And of course, it's going to be a supercar. We know how much people love supercars, so this would be an amazing addition to the game. And I love that name too, the Coil Vapor. And honestly, all the other names that this guy has come up with are very creative, which I'm a big fan of. I love the Emperor Trident. This one, the Coil Vapor, sounds amazing. So that's pretty cool. That is our 7th vehicle today. Our 8th vehicle today is the Gallivant Air Conquistador. So before it turned into a cushy mom-mobile manufacturer, this off-roading legend was the staple product of Gallivant, and the staple scout vehicle for most African militaries. And this is based off of the Land Rover Discovery and the Toyota FJ40. So I love the look of old school classic Range Rovers. I think they are incredible, specifically the ones from the 70s and the 80s, and we really don't have anything like that. We definitely have some crazy off-road military-esque vehicles, but we don't really have the casual off-road vehicle like that. So the Gallivant Air Conquistador sounds amazing. It looks amazing if you've seen a vehicle like that in real life, and this would be a great addition to the game, whether it's SUV or off-road. I really do think that this would be incredible. Vehicle number 9 today, the Dinka Blister Sport. So an economy car on steroids and then some, and the poster car for every high schooler with a need for speed who claims their hand-me-down Blister Compact is in fact a sports car. So this is based off of the famous Honda Civic R-Type, which I feel like is a vehicle you either love or hate. There's absolutely no in-between here. I think the Top Gear guys who now do the Grand Tour, I think they voted this as one of the ugliest cars. And of course, that is just personal preference. I actually think it's not bad. It's a little too much customization for my taking, especially on a car like that. But it is really quick. Like, they supercharge that engine. And obviously, because it's so light, it can go really fast. I think this would be awesome. So the Dinka Blister Compact is it's a fun car to drive, and a sportier version would be pretty cool. And it would actually make it a worthwhile sports car, I think. So that would be another amazing addition to the game, the Dinka Blister Sport. And the final vehicle we're going to be looking at today is the Ocelot Sixer. And this is probably the most unique vehicle that I'm going to be showing you guys today. So the Ocelot Sixer is a classic minimalistic track car, and it's the official vehicle of the disgruntled British husband. Cheap and small enough to buy and build in the back shed underneath your wife's nose, it's light and fast enough to make you forget divorce lawyer fees when you take it out on the track day. And this is based off of the Caterham 7 and the Lotus 7. So I'm not going to lie to you, I've never heard of Caterham before. I have heard of Lotus, obviously, but this vehicle looks awesome, and I've wanted Rockstar to add more vehicles like this into the game, whether it's F1 cars. I think the addition of the NASCAR in the last update was incredible, or more track-style vehicles like this. It kind of reminds me of that one vehicle they added with Cunning Stunt Special Vehicle Circuit. That vehicle was a lot of fun. Even though it wasn't the best car, it was always a blast to drive around. And that's what I feel like this vehicle would be. Anyway, so that right there is 10 cars that Rockstar should add in the Grand Theft Auto Online Nightclub DLC. Now, when I'm making this video, we know there's been 3 cars confirmed so far. The Ocelot Swinger, the MTL Pounder Custom, and then a car that from an unknown manufacturer called the Terabyte. So adding these vehicles to that list already, and we've got some pretty cool cars headed in this update. But I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. What are some other vehicles that you would like to see added? I didn't mention a lot of the vehicles from GTA 4 that I think would be amazing, like the PMP 600, the regular Turismo. There's a lot from GTA 4 that I didn't talk about in this video, but this was cool because it gave us a sort of a fresh insight on some new cars that you might not have thought about. But anyways, like I said, let me know your thoughts, opinions, and more in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.